Hi everyone, Keith here. Want to talk to you tonight about a little opinion of mine. Hoping I can help people connect some dots here. Basically, we've got three different sets of laws. And we've got natural law, criminal law, and contract law. And basically what it comes down to is your natural law deals directly with people. That's where you have your will, your probates, your estates, your heirs, your property. You've got criminal, which is where you've got your crime, of course, which is corpus delicti. You've got willful intent and knowledge, and then the action. That's actus reus and mens rea, and that's what constitutes your corpus delicti, which constitutes a crime. You have to have that for criminal law. Other than that, you've got what's called contract law, and that's all dealing with commerce. So, let me help you understand. The contract law is dealing with commerce and doesn't have anything to do with crime. You understand that? Crime and natural law has to do with people, but contract law only has to do with commerce. Which one of those is the living being and which one is the fiction? Think about this, and think about this hard. Because everything's backwards. If you think about the way the system runs today, everything's running by contract law, and they're holding you up to contract law. And they're making you become subject to injury and damage and loss and harm, and that's all done through your own will, because you're not educating yourself, because that's all it is. It's education. And when we come down to the natural law in dealing with people, it's the law, and it's basically between one man and another and their agreement. Doesn't have to do with contract. It has to do with barter and trade, and that's your law. In societies, when people get so populated that they become dependent on a commonality in order to commence that barter and trade, and in given a term lawful coin, that's a democracy. People decided, yeah, we needed that. You have either this or that. You have two choices: good, bad, pro, con. That's a democracy. And that's done through your choice. That's through education. And that's in terms of like true or false, this or that. In the indoctrination system, that's where you get this concept of one truth. And you believe that you have to do what that one truth says. You have to pay taxes. While that is true, you need to finish that comment out and become fully disclosed with exactly what that term means. And when you're subject to having to pay taxes, there are certain requirements. That's all done through contract. It's all commerce. It's all fiction. The living man doesn't pay taxes. He barters and trades according to his own value. His own value in true standing. No piece of paper can stand up. Period. So understand this. You've got natural law and criminal law deals with the flesh and blood being. Contract law deals with paper. Your will is a spoken word. Walk into any court and make sure you're honored for the record. And tell them it is your will to know what is right. For I am. How can you rebut any of that? You have to understand. All the written words. This is an incomplete instrument. See that window? That's part of the cargo inside of the shipment. The shipment is not labeled properly. False instrument. Mail fraud. their own contract laws for commerce. See, everything's backwards. That's the crime. They're causing people to suffer loss and damage because they're stealing it through false instruments. That's communism. That's indoctrination. That's cognitive dissonance. That's your education system at its prime. Because you gave up your responsibility as mom and dad to pass on your knowledge as part of your trust to your heirs. You understand that? That's natural law. That's instinct of pure survival. You teach your kids everything possibly they need to survive in this current world. And that means you teach them the truth. You teach them the truth. Again, you teach them the truth.